Good evening. Everybody. Fiona. Is that Fiona? Fiona. I can't see. There is no screen. Good evening. Hoping you can hear me all right. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Andrea.
Oh, lovely, thank you.
I'll even turn my video on for you.
Amazing.
Sorry, there was a bit too much cleavage there. I'm attempting to cover up with this.
I can see. Oh, don't worry. Cleavage is welcome here. Don't worry at all. Gorgeous. Welcome, everybody. Lovely to see you all. So we're going to need, for our practice tonight, a oil of your choosing, a candle, if you've got one. And because we're working with restorative yoga, you might want a bit extra padding. So we might want some cushions and blankets and yeah, a bit of padding. Yeah. Hi, Ree.
Hi, darling.
Hey.
Hi, girls.
Hello. Gorgeous. Hi, Kate. Hi, Sam and Sarah. Anne-Marie. Lou's just coming in. So yeah, so just get all your kit and caboodle together. Hi, Lou. So we're having a full restorative session tonight. Hi, Sarah. And so this is going to be floor-based, and because we've been working with Lakshmi this weekend, Goddess Lakshmi, I thought we'll just go into a nice Lakshmi goddess session because it was so lovely at the weekend. So I thought I'd share that with you. Loving your hair, Ree. You've gone really blondie. Nice, I love it. Gorgeous. Okay, so we're going to do an anointing practice tonight, which is very lovely to add into your practices. And we're going to work with some Lakshmi mantras alongside of that. And I'm just going to add in a little bit of personal development stuff before we begin, because I quite like to add that in to our sessions as well, and especially where Lakshmi is concerned, because like most of us probably know, Lakshmi is the goddess of abundance. And so for many of us, I think for women especially, money can be a little sticky point sometimes. So we're going to go into a nice flow with some invitations around our money mindsets and how they are. But I just want to offer something that is really, it was a quote or something that I saw, and it was just really interesting to contemplate on. So we will never create abundance using poverty words. And I say quite a lot to people about our language and how we talk about money and abundance, and not only money, but on so many levels. We can be abundant in so many different areas of our lives, but money can be quite a sticking point for many women. And so I think also there's another area of this to look into, in that who am I being, and am I associating with a woman of wealth or a woman of lack? So those are just a few little contemplations we can take into the session today, because, you know, money is energy like everything else. There is no separation with money. It is energy. So we've kind of like made it into a heady thing when actually it is an energy. So we're going to go into a little arrival. If you have got a candle, those of you that have just come on, a candle and an oil of your choosing, because we're working with Lakshmi, one of her beautiful oils is rose or jasmine or neroli. So these are, like, any of these oils would work really, really well because they're such feminine oils. So I'll share a little about the different like spiritual aspects of the oils as well. So we can combine these three oils to create what's called the Divine Trinity oil. So neroli, or neroli, however you want to pronounce that, is the oil of shared purpose and partnership. My gift to you is intimacy. And my divinity draws people closer to me. So these are the affirmations that go with that oil. Rose oil, if you have got rose, which is one of the highest vibrational oils that vibrates in the frequency of love and gratitude, these high vibrations. Rose is the oil of divine love. My gift to you is love. And the mantra that goes with this is, my heart is a magnet for love and miracles. So I love that one. And then jasmine, the oil of balance and creation. I reach out to the stars and gather my heart's delights. So some lovely, lovely affirmations and things there. And I will add all of this to the recording of the video when I post it up on YouTube. So you'll all get it to share with all of the info on there as well. So you don't need it right now. So we're going to just have a moment to drop in. I'd like to light a candle. I always start with a candle. And those of you that haven't been in my practices before, I've not met you before, like quite a few actually people tonight I've not met before, but welcome in. It's lovely to see you. And yeah, just to tell you that this is not gym, it's not gym yoga. It's more of a spiritual development style of yoga that is very body. It is body, but it is also spirit. So it isn't gymnastics on the mat. So there'll be no standing on your head or hands or noses or toes or anything. So if you want to light your candle and pop that somewhere that you can just let your eyes rest into it. And then we're going to bring our oil in. So I quite like to put when I'm working with this anointing practice, I like to have it in a little roller bottle. If you've got one of them, brilliant. If you don't worry, we can just use it on our fingertips, so it can work either way. But I'm just going to start off by just bringing a little bit into my hands and then just rubbing the hands together just to warm the oil. So it just begins to bring and release the molecules of the oil into the space around. And if you just want to breathe it in for a moment, just bringing it into the lungs, which will then take it into the bloodstream, activating the limbic part of the brain. And then I'm just going to start off by just bringing your hands onto your heart. So just bring your hands to your heart space. I'm just trying to not wreck the mic and cause loads of static. So just bring your hands over your heart, and we're going to just do a little grounding exercise. And by closing our eyes, is the sound okay? Actually, yeah, all good. Brilliant. All right, so just gently closing your eyes. And we're going to enter into this sacred rest practice. So we're going to take postures in comfort, which you're going to hold for like 5 minutes at a time. And I will just talk a little bit, let you rest a little bit. and just allow you to really receive. So this is all about receiving. So as you connect in to your heart, first of all, just have a moment to close your eyes, take your awareness inward. And then we're going to just begin to ground our energy. So most of us, if we've been working on computers or like just literally just being in muggle life, our energy is always pulled out. So we're just going to draw our energy and call our energy back in. And just allow a life thread, grounding cord, whatever you want to describe it as for yourself, to begin to root us into the present moment. So we just allow any hooks, any attachments from the day to begin to dissolve. And allow an imagination, a root, or like I said, like a life thread to begin to sparkle down from the base of your body, through the ground beneath you, down through the foundations of your building, into the softness of the earth beneath. And allow your life thread to spiral deeper down through layers of rock and stone, dirt, and deeper down through the bones of our ancestors, down through ancient caves and water tables, and all the way down to the heart of the earth. And as our roots arrive together, even though we are in our individual spaces all over the country, we come together as one circle, one sisterhood. And allowing the joint intention of entering into this beautiful space of sacred rest with the lovely goddess energies of Lakshmi, this beautiful goddess of abundance, of love, of fulfillment, of light, of grace, be with us through our journey in our class tonight. Gently deepen your breath, hopefully feeling a little bit more centered and grounded. I'm going to begin to just bring a little bit more oil into your hands. I'm going to use some mantras. Mantras are really powerful to begin to change our mindsets. So if we do have these lack mindsets, which are really common and quite ego-based actually, we begin to what's called flip script. So we start to flip these scripts. So from your grounded place, I'm just going to bring your hands over the top of your head. So I'm going to start off up over the crown. Now you can either you can touch the crown if you want to, or you can just let your hands just gently waft over the crown. Or you can just take your hands up wide. And this is called the old gypsy way of calling the spirit, which I love. So there's this lovely opening to our spirit self. So just really opening in. And the affirmation with this, this first energy center, the crown chakra, divine abundance flows to me and through me in every moment. Divine abundance flows to me and through me in every moment. Just taking a nice deep breath in just to receive the mantra down into your heart. Lovely. And then bringing Rakat always arrives. We're going to bring the hands here into the front of the forehead, to the third eye center, the Ajna center. And you can either just make like a circle or a figure of 8, or you might just want to take the hands through the energy field across the third eye. Ajna center is our center of intuition. And the affirmation here, I'm aligned with the energy of Lakshmi, attracting wealth and success. So I'm aligned with the energy of Lakshmi, attracting wealth and success. Okay, good. Then I'm going to come down to the throat chakra. So our energy center of expression, and for many women, this area is often blocked because of, well, life and, you know, keeping things quiet so we don't cause any trouble and not speaking our truth. So just letting that lovely energy and the oil just waft across the throat. And the affirmation, I'm blessed with abundance in all areas of my life. I'm blessed with abundance in all areas of my life. And then coming down to the heart, and again, you can just work with any movement that feels intuitive. I like the movement, you know, everything to be quite intuitive for you. So you might want to touch your hand to your heart. You might want to just bring the hands through in a really nice flowing way. And as we tap into the heart energy, I am guided by the wisdom of my heart. My heart is open to receive the blessing of Goddess Lakshmi. I'm guided by the wisdom of my heart. My heart is open to receive the blessings of Goddess Lakshmi. Lovely. Then we're going to come down to solar plexus chakra, which is just below the, just above the navel. And again, you might want to place your hands on the solar plexus. And I love this energy center. One of my favorite centers, and one of mine, one of the ones that I have had to work with the most, I would say. It is our center of confidence, self-worth, and it's called the gathering place of the sun, which I love. It's really associated with fire element. It's called the city of jewels, and it has this lovely awareness of sunshine. It's a little bit like a battery pack. So as we come to solar plexus, every day, in every way, my prosperity grows and expands. Every day, in every way, my prosperity grows and expands. And then coming down to the place just below the navel, the sacral chakra, the womb area. This lovely energy center that is really associated with the element of water, but also like our creativity as well. So I am worthy of all the abundance that the universe has to offer. I am worthy of all the abundance that the universe has to offer. Okay, lovely. Then we're going to come to the soles of our feet. So as you come down to the soles of your feet, again, you might want to pop a little bit of more oil on there, but we're just going to bring maybe to the center of the soles of our feet, maybe figure of 8 or circles, but just anointing with the oil the feet. And the last mantra, which is really important, because I think we can often forget that we are spiritual beings having a human experience, and we have to remember the human muggle self, because we do forget sometimes that we have these humans that we travel around in. So as we massage the feet, I am grounded in the nourishing power of Mother Earth. I am grounded in the nourishing power of Mother Earth. So just feeling your lovely feet, just give them a nice little massage. Okay, good. And then just coming back to your seated position again. And before we go into the first posture, we're just going to work with Lotus Mudra. So you might have seen Lotus. The Lotus is a very, it's a lot, seen a lot in goddess work, the goddess pictures and images that we see. And Lakshmi is seen as sitting in the center of a lotus flower. So we're just going to use the lotus for a moment. And we're going to create a little bud mudra. So the hands come together, but there's a little space just between the palms that is going to hold a seed of intention. So I'd just like you to bring to your mind, to your heart, whatever, a lovely intention for yourself, something that you would love for you, something you'd love to gain from this practice. for yourself in this moment. And again, the sequence is a sequence of nourishment and contentment, just finding that place of fulfillment within ourselves. And allowing it just like a seed to be planted in the center of your lotus flower. We're just going to begin to bring the hands above the head, but we're just going to open up the middle 3 fingers. So we have this lotus bud, this lotus opening into its fullness. I'm going to offer the lotus as if it's growing up towards the light, And it's just as if you're offering this blessing, this intention towards the light. And then as you release it, just taking the hands a little bit apart, imagine that light is just beginning to fill your aura, to fill your whole field with light, as if Lakshmi is just showering her blessings of light all around. Gorgeous. And then just bring it all the way down to rest your hands. Lovely. Is everybody all right? Feeling all glowed up, hopefully. Gorgeous. All right, so just going to do a little bit of like just embodied movement. I don't want to get too warmed up before we go into stillness, but I just want to be aware of our bodies. So you might want to come to, I'm going to go over to my mat now. And if you've got a mat there, you might want to just come onto your mat with all your bits and pieces. So we'll come to, should we come to sitting? Yeah, let's come to sitting actually. So if you are comfortable sitting cross-legged, or have, you know, like a bolster or just anything that feels good and supportive for your body. And we're going to begin with the neck. So we're just going to start off by loosening off the neck a little bit. So just going to drop your head forwards and begin to roll it gently towards the right and then towards the left. Just let the head roll. Again, just starting to become aware of your neck. And everything's going to be done nice and slowly because we're containing energy here. We are actually in a waxing moon. So our energy is naturally beginning to pull out of new moon cocoon. But I think for most of us, we all live quite busy lives. So it's quite nice just to have these times of quiet and slow. Good. And then just bringing the head back to center. I'm just going to add in a nice gentle shoulder roll. So just shoulders can roll up, back and down. And you can take both at the same time or one and then the other, alternate shoulders. But again, just letting the shoulders drop away and down from the ears. And if you need to, if you do feel like you wear your shoulders as earrings a bit, you might want to hunch them up with an in-breath and then let them drop with an out-breath through the mouth. So if you need to do that. Okay, good. Now just going to take a gentle side bend. Any side. Again, it doesn't matter. Just let your body do and move in a way that feels good. So just opening up the rib cage. So just really allowing the lymphatic system as well to be supported here with these stretches. So to the other side, again, just really going with your flow. And once the arms overhead, just breathe. Let the breath expand the rib cage. Again, we've got lots of lymph nodes through the sides of the body, especially around the ribs, around the breast tissue, under the armpits. So just letting that whole area stretch. And then to the other side again. So just do one more each side. And again, just let it flow so it just feels nice and natural and feminine and gorgeous and nourishing. Lovely. And then coming back to center, we're going to just take a gentle twist. So not pushing or forcing anything, just gently twisting. Again, our yoga, well, for me anyway, is about nourishment, not punishment. So really feeling into gentle, we're not pushing, but we're just supporting the body to the other direction. Just really supporting the body to find its state of balance. Again, just one more each side. Again. And then just bringing the hands onto the knees. You're just going to circle. So just circling around the hips. And again, just notice if there's any tightness around the lower back, into the hip joints. So just begin to slow everything down. So we drop it into a space of sacred rest. And then gently switch to the opposite direction. Gorgeous. And then coming back to the center, we're just going to draw the navel in towards the spine, rounding in and dropping the head forward. And then pull the chest forward as the shoulders come back and the head lifts. So just a gentle spinal flex. Breathing in and breathing out, rounding in. So just a couple more, working with your own flow, with your own breath. Release tension from your spine. And again, just allowing yourself to gently settle back into the center. It's our first posture we're going to work with tonight is called Goddess Pose, of course. And so we've got a couple of different variations of this that we can work with, depending on your body and how you want to work with this. So the first posture, we can lay flat on the mat. And I'm going to say this, and it's awful, but it is kind of like the description. It's like a smear pose when you go for a smear. I don't want you to think about that while you're in this pose, but it is that. So it's feet together and knees drop apart, but we're going to support the knees. So if you've got either 2 blocks or 2 cushions or a bolster under your knees, whatever works best for you, but you want to be open to support. So we've got a support, as we set this up, you might want like a blanket underneath your ankles, and then you want a cushion underneath your head. Now, if you want to be a bit elevated with this, which is quite nice to do as well, you can also have a bolster at the back, maybe with a cushion on top of it. So a bit more, again, a bit more elevated. And then you kind of drop into that with the knees apart, again, supported. Just get yourself in. So you really open up to this place of sacred rest. And then once you're there, you might want to cover yourself with a blanket. You might want to have an eye pillow. We're going to be here for 5 minutes. So you might want to pop an eye pillow on as well. But we don't want to be putting any effort into any of these postures. So there don't want to be any effort there. It wants to feel restorative. That is what restorative yoga is about. It's about restoring your energy. So I'm just going to go through a little bit as we rest into these postures of what restorative is, what restorative yoga is and what it means. So once you're settled in, just let your body come to a place of rest. And just turning off any outside kind of stimuli there, just by closing your eyes. And becoming aware of your breath. So when we slow down, our energy speeds up. It's a law of the universe. So as we begin to take these times in sacred rest, we then get a rebound effect. And although it may feel like we're not doing anything, our energy is replenishing and restoring itself. So in sacred rest or in restorative yoga, there are no expectations, no to-do lists, no judgments, only pure, unconditional acceptance of this present moment. Here we are invited to release the burdens we carry, to let go of the worries that weigh heavy on our hearts, and simply be. As we drop into this beautiful space of receiving, just allow the body to receive the breath. We might feel the belly gently expanding and releasing as we breathe. And the breath is drawing in nourishment, prana, life force energy. It's a flow of well-being. Begin to focus a little more on the out breath and the letting go, the releasing. The in-breath drawing in this beautiful sense of well-being, replenishing, recharging, nourishing qualities of Lakshmi energy. And notice how the mind can get a little active when we slow down. Just allowing any thoughts to pass like clouds in the sky. There's no effort and there's no expectation. There is just a sense of being. There's no past, there's no future. It's just this moment. As we slow down the breath, the mind begins to slow down too. Any worries, any stresses just begin to melt away, dissolving into the breath. And the earth is naturally pulling energy down. We're in this kapha time of day where the energy is naturally pulling us down, inviting us into rest. Again, just noticing the mind and allowing the breath to guide the mind into stillness. If you were to imagine that the breath that you're breathing in this moment is like golden particles of light, that with each breath you draw in these golden particles of light, of abundance, of nourishment, the energy of Lakshmi, the essence of Lakshmi. It's goddess, nature. And you breathe it into your body, into your cells, into your organs. Just got 2 more minutes here. And just allow yourself to sink a little deeper into the rest. Notice your energy may be starting to want to pull and rebound forward, but just let it be settled here. Beginning to bring a little awareness back to your body. We're going to exit real slow. Just beginning to gently deepen your breath. And I want you to move real intuitive. So just let your body move in a really intuitive way to exit slow, to contain the energy that we're building as we move through each posture. You might like to draw the knees in maybe, and maybe rock a little into cradle, just side to side, but everything is slow. Gently, gently, again, very, very intuitive. Let your body lead you. So we begin to put more trust back into our body. Mind can just get out of the way a little bit. Just very, very gently. You can either bring yourself back to sitting if you want to do that in between, but I'd like to move us into a twist. So you might want to have your bolster at the side. Again, this is about finding your place, your juicy place. Feels really gorgeous for your body. So again, we're going to be on our back. You might be in this kind of cradle position, but we're just going to let the legs drop over and across, again, in a way that feels really supportive. So they might just rest. You might cross them a little bit over the bolster. The arms can be, again, just wide and supported, and the head can, again, just gently roll a little to the opposite side to the legs. So everything is supported. There's no like deep twist or anything here. It is all supported, but it's just allowing a sense of spaciousness around the rib cage, around the armpit area. So again, just having the arms maybe a little wide. And then again, once you have found your juicy place, just going to let your breath do the work. So your breath and gravity is just going to do the work to begin to unwind the body, the mind. And really now at this time of night, our body is beginning to move into a detox phase. So we are allowing or supporting the lymphatic system to do its work. So as you breathe, again, just slow. There's no rushing or pushing. We just allow everything to slow down. So as we sink deeper into sacred rest, we become aware of the rhythmic ebb and flow of the breath, a gentle reminder of the sacred connection between body and spirit. With each breath, we draw in new life, new energy, and new possibility. With each out breath, we release whatever is no longer serving, creating space for renewal and rebirth. We're always in this dance between expansion and contraction, expansion and integration. So we're just allowing the body in this twist to do what it needs to do, and we trust it to do what it needs to do. To let go of old, stagnant energy from the day and to renew its energy. So we give it the opportunity and the space for sacred rest. Again, just notice how the mind can get a little busy when we come to stillness. Just ease it back with some breath. And just tapping into this slower breath. The mind is associated to the breath. So when our breath is short and a bit static, then the mind can become a bit static too. So when we start to slow down, the mind slows down. And if it helps, you might even repeat the mantra steady on the in-breath and ease on the out-breath. And just bring your awareness back through a little scan of the body. How is your body receiving the sacred rest? And you allow yourself to be supported and to be held. And as we connect with the ground beneath us in these floor-based postures, we can really trust that the earth will never drop us and it will never let us down. We can just let a bit more weight down into the earth, into the ground, into the support that we are offered in this practice. Taking your last 3 breaths there. Again, we're just going to exit nice and slow. So gently bring in yourselves intuitively and slowly back to the center. Maybe just giving yourselves a little rock from side to side. And gently, without too much disruption, if you've got your bolster to one side, you might want to just gently move it slowly across to the other side. So we're just going to set this up to the opposite side. Again, just allowing yourself to settle in without any disruption, or as little disruption as possible. Just going to move into that lying twist to the opposite side. Just allowing your legs to be, I mean, if you need to, just let the feet be about the width of your mat and just drop gently across to one side. So they don't have to be like in any sort of contorted, is that the word, position? Is that a word? Contort? Probably not even a word. But we want to be in a place where, again, we're just feeling a sense of support. The body isn't pulling against, so we want to just be in a place where the body can just receive. So just receiving the posture, receiving the love as well. As we enter into these lovely spaces of sacred rest, time becomes fluid. I always find when I do these slower, more restorative practices that time seems to expand and stretch somehow. We create these beautiful cozy cocoons. This is very goddess-like to create our cocoon. And in this space, we can feel the gentle weight of the world lift from our shoulders with each moment. And the things that might have been worrying us or stressing us, maybe just begin to soften a little. Our mind can just let go of all of the stories that we tell ourselves. Yeah, and just bringing awareness to the breath, to the softening, the releasing, and the receiving. And that gentle contemplation, like, who am I being in each moment? Am I aware of my energy pushing, constantly pushing out? Am I balancing it with the state of receiving? Noticing thought patterns and limiting beliefs that we have about ourselves, these stories that we tell ourselves. Stories of lack and limitation. But as we enter into these deeper states of rest, we can understand that we are worthy of more, and we are worthy of all that our soul desires. And this is the goddess nature. This is the wild feminine in action, in these beautiful states of receiving. So taking your last 3 breaths there. And again, slowly and intuitively trust your body to know how to move. And move into a movement that feels delicious for your body. Just let your body release the posture. And our last posture is going to be a slight elevation. So you can either put your legs up on a chair or on the bed or against a wall, or maybe you want to elevate onto a bolster and have the legs up in the air in like a waterfall pose. So just find, again, without disruption as much as you can, a place, again, where the feet and the legs can be elevated. This is it's actually called the rejuvenation posture. So if you can, without too much disruption, just taking yourself into that place. So the legs are elevated. Again, if you've got a chair or the bed or sofa or something where you can just get your legs up. But again, there doesn't want to be any effort, so the legs want to be supported. So just allowing yourself to settle into this rejuvenation posture. And again, in this juicy state of receiving. And once you've found that perfect place for you, you just need to simply let go into it. So whatever form that our sacred rest takes, know that you are held, supported, and loved unconditionally. Here in this sanctuary of stillness, free to rest, to replenish, to reconnect with the essence of who you truly are, sacred being of light and love, worthy of all the blessings the universe has to offer. So as we are in this inverted posture, just bring your awareness to the center of your chest and just feel the gentle movement of the sternum area, the cave of the heart. And just imagine in the center of your chest that there is a sacred chamber there, a temple, cave. And as you rest in this last posture, maybe you can just imagine, visualize a beautiful cave. It's filled with crystals and jewels, shine in the light of 1,000 suns. And if this was to be a sanctuary for you, a space of sacred rest, how would it look? What would you add? Maybe you'd like rose petals, flowers, crystals, magic, dip pools. Just bring to life that sacred space of yours. And just feel your breath as it moves in and out of your body. Really receiving the breath. Taking your last 3 breaths there. You can stay there if you want. But we are going to move into just a gentle relaxation in Shavasana. Or stay there if that feels good. And always exit in a way that is slow. Allowing your body to settle into a Shavasana pose, a little death pose. I'm just going to go into a gentle visualization with Goddess Lakshmi to finish today. So finding a place of comfort for you, however that is. Just allowing yourself to settle in now. And again, you might want to cover your eyes, just pop a blanket over you. And the mantra to invoke Lakshmi, and which I will share also in the below the video when I've uploaded it, is Om Shreem Lakshmi Namaha. So this can be done with mala beads, japmala, or you can just say it a few times to invite her into your life, into your projects or whatever it is that you want to create for yourself. So Om Shreem Lakshmi Namaha. So as we rest in our last posture, the relaxation pose, call to your mind the quality of radiance, either visually or as a felt sense. So how does radiance look to you? How does it feel in your body? Is it glowing, pulsing, magnetic, warm, expansive, tingly? As you begin to tune into the quality of radiance, imagine that Lakshmi is here in the form of radiance, the form of golden light. And this golden light is in your feet, in your calves, and in your thighs. Imagine the legs filled with golden light. And now sense that this radiance, the Lakshmi quality of light, sweetness, is flowing through the legs, into the hips and the pelvis, and into the organs of the lower body. Sense the presence of Lakshmi's radiant golden sweetness flowing through your spine, and sense her presence in your belly, in your lungs. Feeling Lakshmi as golden, loving, generous radiance in your heart. Filling your shoulders and your arms with sweet sensations of comfort and ease. Your neck and head filled with radiant light and love. Now feel the sensations of Lakshmi's radiance flowing across your face as golden light filling your bones and skin. And feel that your whole body is filled with radiance, the radiance of health and vitality, and the radiance of Lakshmi's abundant energy. And notice and imagine that your mind is now filled with light. Your emotions are filled with light. And imagine that you spread all of this radiance and light with everybody who crosses your path. So that you become light. Allow your whole body to be surrounded by light, filled with light. Okay, and we're just going to very, very gently exit. Really intuitively and beautifully. So however it feels to exit in a really graceful and nourishing way for you, however that feels. You might like to stretch a little bit. Maybe you might like to massage yourself somewhere and just apply a little bit of love through your hands. And maybe you might like to curl up in a little ball onto one side, maybe onto your right side. And as we begin to emerge from our sacred rest cocoon, may we remember that always within us lies an infinite wellspring of divine love and grace, ready to nourish and sustain us on our journey through life. So slowly and gently, whenever you're ready, we're going to bring ourselves slowly back. Seated position again. And gently rubbing your palms together, creating a little bit of heat in your hands. And then maybe just allowing your hands to cup gently over your eyes. So just allowing the warmth of your hands to nourish your eyes. And then maybe massaging your head, your face, your shoulders, wherever feels nice. And then we'll finish by bringing our hands into prayer position at our heart for a moment, or hands over your heart, so how that feels. Feel guided. And allowing a beautiful inner smile to rise from your heart to your face, to your eyes. And as you open your eyes, allowing that light to shine from your eyes and into the rest of your evening. Have a beautiful, restful night's sleep. Namaste. And I'll see you all next week. Lots of love. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. See you soon. Bye, lovelies. Take care.